This is the late evening of Monday, the 11th day of May 2026. Good evening, everyone. There was something that happened in Yobe State where all these ISWAP, Boko Haram members invaded military barracks and 40 soldiers lost their lives and a lot of equipment were taken by them. They burned some of them. So, the Nigerian government wanted this thing not to come out on the social media. Unfortunately, ISWAP posted it by themselves. ISWAP posted it by themselves. So after that, you can see that the Nigerian military set up probe panel to track soldiers who leak Yobe terror attack details to media. What was the mission? They want to make sure that whatever that is going on in Nigeria will never be on the media. I want to let you know that Nigeria is about to be blindfolded. And I'm going to tell you the implication of what these people are about to do. They are going to be targeting anyone who is reporting about insecurity. They are going to target you. You may be set up. You may be any kind of excuse. They will just pick you up if you are reporting about insecurity. Imagine they are saying ISWAP posted the video of the attack, but they are saying that the soldiers that leak it to the media, they want to track them. Do you now know the reason why they are still holding Justice Crack? Now, take a look at this one. This one is another report again. Tinubu's NSA Rebadu orders army to conceal Boko Haram ISWAP attacks until after 2027 election. Military sources told Sahara reporters. So, Rebadu is telling the Nigerian soldiers, this and order, not telling them. He is ordering them. Oh God. He is ordering them that they should not talk about the killings that Boko Haram is killing them any longer. So even though Boko Haram finish all of you, nobody should say it out until after 2027 election. So everything is all about election, election, election. Do you see how these people mentality are? They don't care about you. They care about election. Don't say what you are facing. Don't just talk about insecurity until 2027 election is over. And that is why I'm telling you that people who are reporting about insecurity now are going to become the target. Watch out this thing I'm telling you. Save this video. Watch it out. You will see that many people will be picked up. Not many days far from now. So, Rebadu traveled to the United States of America last week. He met Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, and I think he met some other persons. Before he returned back, Tinubu appointed an advisor on Homeland Security. It's just the same position with Rebadu. National Security Advisor is a Homeland Security Advisor to the President. It's the same thing. So Tinubu automatically is dropping Rebadu. A call came from the US. And Tinubu make a move. Don't forget that United States of America, I'm sorry to use this word, the movement from Redemore seems to have been compromised. That same statement he has been using, we are working with the Nigerian government. We are working with the Nigerian government. If you are working with the Nigerian government and insecurity is increasing, meaning you are not working with them. You don't know what is going on. So, anytime the tension is building up, Rebadu would like to go back to the US to calm things down, to tell them what is not true and so on and so forth. And as I speak to you, Oga at the top has made up his mind. Okay? Oga at the top has made up his mind. So, this time around, it's not everything people will be bringing on social media. Sometimes it is important we keep some things off social media because we are not the one making the decision. Someone making the decision can change his mind tomorrow. Nobody knows. Everything is possible. Yes, we are human beings. Trump can wake up tomorrow and change his mind. You see? After Tinubu traveled to Turkey, they asked Turkey to bring military base in what is it called, Calabar, and all those arrangements. What is pushing Tinubu back now to the US? Conflict of interest. How many countries are you bringing to help you fight insecurity? How many countries are you bringing? This is because they were informed that the United States is taking a decisive decision. Yeah. United States is taking a decisive decision. Like, they are fed up with the lies why people continue to die. So Tinubu quickly appoints another person that will replace Rebadu. Either Rebadu is stepping aside or he will just be there without working. That new Yoruba guy Tinubu appointed will start working. Will that still solve the problem? No, it won't. It won't. The problem is very deep. Even if America is going to come and even fight, America cannot solve it totally. But their fight would help if they don't collaborate with the Nigerian government. Now, I am going to tell you reasons why America should never collaborate with the Nigerian government. Number one, let me start with the experience of the United States of America. United States of America collaborated with Nigeria before, and the discussion with the Nigeria security operatives, very confidential, top military secrets, were leaked to the terrorists. They wanted to come and capture people that were kidnapped. So all the whole strategy they wanted to use to capture them, before they come again, the whole terrorists are putting on mask, oxygen mask. So they leak the secret. That is one of the reasons why US should never work with Nigerian government. Unless you people are coming to play, you can come and play and do business. Don't tell us you are coming to fight. Nobody is believing that bullshit. Okay? If you are collaborating with the Nigerian government, you cannot fight the insecurity. You've gotten your first experience before when they leaked the military secret to the terrorists. Then number two is that this administration have questions to answer. They imported these terrorists. You are coming to collaborate with them to fight. They have not answered the question that is surrounding the importation of terrorists in 2014, 2015. When Obama, former US president, aided them to remove Goodluck Jonathan. They have questions to answer there. So if they actually, imported these terrorists, like they have admitted, tell me, what is the reason why collaborating with people who imported the terrorists? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. That is number two reason why you should never collaborate with them. Number three, Boko Haram was given government appointment. You are coming to fight Boko Haram. Their commander was appointed as a commissioner in Borno State. Most of their members are being given high-ranking position. What are you coming to fight? Like, what are you coming to fight? Mahmuda terrorists, Nakurawa terrorists, these two terrorists were invited into the country. They gave them invitation to come and teach the dictates of Sharia. You can confirm that from this present Minister of Defense, Christopher Musa, when he was Chief of Defense Staff. He told everybody that when they came, they were not violent, they were invited by the people. So what are you coming to fight or collaborate with them to fight? What are you actually fighting? If you want to fight, the fight will be, first of all, help us to fight people who are sponsoring it. Help us to fight people who are arming them. These people have both anti-aircraft gun and so on and so forth. They have all these weapons. Who gave them the weapons? The third thing is that Rebadu that is moving up and down, I saw so many people applauding him. Rebadu have a question to answer. Why he armed civilians who are Bororo Fundanese? Why did he arm them with AK-47 and anti-aircraft gun? Military arrested these people. They said Rebadu handed this gun over to them. And the office of Rebadu confirmed that, yes, so we handed it over for them. They are just vigilante. Civilians, vigilante, sophisticated weapon. No, it did not rhyme. No, you can't connect the dots there. I miss everything that is going on. Rebadu have a question to answer. So, these are the reasons, and many more, why the United States should not and never collaborate with Nigerian government. These are just simple things that we need these answers. Another reason, unless I forget, why the United States should not never collaborate with the Nigerian government is that the Nigerian government called soldiers to live where school children are, that terrorists are coming to kidnap them. The soldiers left. Up to today, the Nigerian Senate set up a committee to probe who made the call, because the soldiers told them that we were called, order from above, to live there. They knew who made the call, but they could not bring it out. That is collusion. They collude. So what are you people actually coming to fight? It's a simple question. You people need to fight these people who are in the government offices. Yes, that is where the fight begins. That is where the fight begins. They have questions to answer. They should be brought to book. When you are able to do this, then they should allow people, citizens, to defend themselves. They should stop disarming people. We are at war. Let people carry gun and then wipe away all these terrorists away from their communities. The reason why these terrorists are having power, the people have not been able to wipe them out, are the government making peace deal, giving them money, they make video calls, they do everything, they can track them, but they are not tracking them. What a bullshit. So, this is the reality. This is the reality. And now they are trying to cover everything. They are trying to cover everything. You do not dare to, expose them to do all those things. If they capture you, you have yourself to blame. That is the life we are living. Innocent people are being dehumanized. They are being killed. All sorts of things against them. And nobody's coming to their help. It's unfortunate, but it's important that US do not collaborate. I know that, yes, if US really want to fight this insecurity to the barest minimum, not that they can stop it totally, they should never collaborate with Nigerian government. Never. They should find a way to do this. You do not collaborate with people who are causing the problem. What kind of collaboration is that?
I've served the military intelligence for the past 35 years. It has always been the case. Our problem is religion and social-cultural. I mean, people will expect me to come here and start talking about kinetics, about operation and so on. I've been an operational commander all my life. I've commanded warships, I've commanded troops, I've commanded men outside Nigeria and so on. But I'm not going to come to your station to discuss kinetics. The problem is not kinetics. In 2017, 2016, I'm always a member of the Security and Intelligence Brief at the Defense Headquarters. I said the center of gravity of Boko Haram and insurgency in Nigeria are the sponsors of that program. It was beyond us. Because the job we need to do is kinetics. Fight, destroy places, resolve issues. Yep. But we cannot resolve issue of sponsors of Boko Haram that were in Buhari's government, that we know them.
When you say we, who
I was in the military intelligence. Okay. And the defense headquarters staff that I work with, they know. And that was why we couldn't pursue that aspect that could have resolved that problem. Because you need to arrest people. And recently, 400 people were gathered as sponsors of Boko Haram. Why is it that government has refused to try them? You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012. Yeah. And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on the air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. Presently in government. That the boys that we arrested mentioned. Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. Why should a government try to cause this kind of embarrassment and insecurity to the sense of what happened yesterday? And the solution I gave them in 2017, because when I identified the center of gravity for General Lonshokin, and they couldn't pursue it, because some of them were ministers. And what I'm saying now, the Department of State Services are listening to me. They know them.
Yeah, Commodore.
So the solution I gave them was that if we can't pursue the policy strategic level, because the people that we need to talk to are also, going to be difficult to deal with. I said what they should do now is to conduct two things. We should buy blimps. The blimps are not UAVs. They are not drones. Blimps are equipment that can fly up to 10,000 feet, 30,000 feet, static if you want, mobile if you want, and they carry a lot of payload. We saw them in Afghanistan. We saw them in Kenya. This will be something that can give us real-time intelligence. And we can know where these bandits or terrorists, where they emanate from, when they finish operations that they've done, where they go back to.
Okay. Well, let's
They did not buy this equipment up to. This government does not want to resolve this problem. They are escalating it because of tribal and religious sentiments.
So when you say this government does not want to resolve it, don't forget the same government has purchased. In fact, they're going to induct the Super Tucano jet because of, the insecurity situation. They have, the president has had to change guards, as it were, as a result of people's clamor. I imagine if that was not in the thinking, why would you go that length to make some of the, some of the pronouncements, the meetings that have happened, the purchase, the change of guard and the rest? Why would they do all that if they don't want to sort this?
Because that is not the solution. What you just mentioned is not the solution. When you have a problem at policy level, strategic level, operational level, when you have a problem, what you need to do is to identify the center of gravity of that problem and attack it. That's what you do. What they are doing is not attacking the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram and insurgency. So if the president is buying Super Tucano, is changing service chiefs, that is not the solution. We are looking at the wrong side. It's not kinetic. It's politics.
Are you ruling out kinetic altogether?
I can't rule out kinetic because
so it's
a spectrum. It's a spectrum, so you can't rule out something. But the center of gravity is what they should look at. And what is it? I'm saying it on this channel. It is the sponsor of Boko Haram and bandits.
And speaking about the sponsors, when you say the DSS, and they could be listening to you, but so they profile, part of their responsibility is to profile all of these persons before they either vie for elections or before, they are nominated for any of these positions. Doesn't that happen? Don't they get intel and say, look, this and this is what we found, and then we don't think that this should proceed further? Doesn't that happen?
It does. When I worked with the DSS in 2007, because when Yaradua approved the operational order that we did, we now have to work together as a team. He actually forced all of us to sit down together and work together. I was surprised at the tremendous amount of information had by DSS. I was shocked. We in DI, I was in Defense Intelligence Agency, and when they were forced to bring out the files, I was shocked. They have so much information at DSS presently, as I'm talking about what I'm talking about. They have. But you see, if a fish is going to get spoiled, it's going to start getting spoiled from the head. The DSS will not do anything except the commander-in-chief's body language shows that this is the direction I want to go. That is where the problem is. The DSS has tremendous information. By the time 2023 is here and somebody take over and wants to undo some of this evil that I've seen in this country, you'll be surprised names that the DSS will bring out. They have the information. There's nothing I'm going to say here that they don't have. The defense headquarters have the solution for the kinetic aspect. They do. I'm not going to come here to advise them. I work with them and they're still there. The chief of naval staff was in the intelligence with me. We were together in Defense Intelligence Agency. That's Vice Admiral Gambo. I know these people are good. They know what to do. It's not that they have problems. It has to do with politics, the sponsors, people that feel that this country should be Islamized.
Assuming but not conceding that, that all of this is the case. So what is the end game? Because I imagine as a strategist, that's what you think about. So these things are happening. What is the end game? So why will this be allowed to fester? For what purpose?
The end game for them, because normally when you want to look at this type of challenges, what you do is that you go through what we call the intelligence circle. Okay? When you do the processing and you do the analysis before dissemination point, you discover that the end game for them is to just turn this country into like a Taliban type of country. And it's a mindset. And anything goes. In other words, 10% casualties, 20% casualties is allowed in trying to achieve the end game of Islamizing this country.
That's for the terrorists, the bandits.
It's not for the terrorists and the bandits, for the sponsors. Because I told you, and I will repeat on this channel, the sponsors of Boko Haram and the bandits are the problems. And defense headquarters, the army headquarters, the naval headquarters, the air force cannot do anything about that. Buhari has to do something about that. The Interpol has the list of those people that are sponsoring Boko Haram. I work with Interpol. They should ask. If they don't know, they should ask. The government of Dubai, they have the list of those people. During the trial of those people that were caught, names were mentioned. They have the list. The government also told us that they've arrested 400 sponsors of Boko Haram. Why should a government not try those people and bring peace and harmony and safety to this nation? Why won't a government do that? Those people that are going to harass cadets and officers in NDA, they live around the place. I know NDA very well. I was in Georgia, I was in NDA as young officers, and I know the area very well. They live around the place. So why can't you put up a blimp that can see what they are doing in real time and eliminate them? Why won't you do that?
In fact, there were more details saying that some persons slept up, but we'll come to that hopefully. Mark has got some questions for you.